family to just make their way and join me here. We are going to sit very close. There's absolutely no social distancing on this platform right now. So we are going to go into the closing segments, and we just want to hear a few nuggets from our family members from the Detox Project. Stay with us until I've also shared with you how you can get a copy of there's a chair on this side as well. How to get a copy of the Detox Project to your own computer, and also where you can listen to the physical project online. We are with Itumeleng Makale, we are with Spusiso Ntombela, we are with Sebaba Mpela, and MAWETHU NGUBO, who are all featured and taking part in the Detox Project. One question, brothers, that I want to just ask everyone, and you can just respond to it, all of you. What would you say is the first step towards healing ourselves from the effects of white supremacy, specifically as African men? I'm not trying to say that it's only African men and we need to change so completely different from women, but I want brothers who are listening in to walk away with a practical suggestion that they can start with right now. Who would like to start responding? Where do we start the healing process as men?
I think, the healing process should start with us re-accessing or regaining access back to our concept of reality through words that are in our indigenous languages, and that will map out our rerouting back to our true essence. That will enable us to cleanse ourselves from European concepts of reality, which mean dislocation to us. It's a reboot at the spiritual level, at the psychological level, at the intellectual level, that we'll have to go through first before we are even postured, to be set in motion for any action.
Sure.
Because we don't also want to engage in meaningless actions here.
Exactly.
Because there's, a temptation also that people often fail to resist, of saying, enough of, the talk shops, like what we're doing.
Exactly.
That people would shun. No, there's no need to talk.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm done. I'm done. I want action.
Yeah, sure.
No, but we need to talk, because part of the problem is how we respond to the problem itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's so much to talk about.
Sure.
In that regard.
Exactly. Yeah.
So then, cleansing ourselves of foreign concepts of reality.
Sure.
And regrounding ourselves in our indigenous world, African-centered worldview.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you for that contribution. I don't know if anyone would like to compliment, because I think one of the things that many of us struggle to admit, because we all want to say we're African and proud, but we have been brainwashed so much into other systems that we have actually ended up loving them. And we don't want to say that because we know it sounds wrong, but we actually are so addicted to them and cannot really see life without it. So when you say that, you must cleanse yourself, you must reroute yourself, we will clap. But we may not really go home and do exactly that. So where do we get that courage from? Because we may be in relationships with sisters who say, this is not what I signed up for. What is this craziness you're doing now? We come from families who have actually become disappointed about us not wearing the clothes, eating the food, doing the things that are expected within a Eurocentric reality. And they love us, and now we are hurting them. What do we do? How do we get the courage?
Yeah. I think there's a necessity to re-navigate, try to locate ourselves in space and time. But also, most importantly, is, I think I've shared this with Brother Itu previously, is that from every family, there was a first person who decided to marry himself into the ways of the stranger. Yeah. So there's always that first person. Now we beyond the grace of our ancestors, are voices that are saying, we have sent you, you know, to be the first people,
Right.
to go and fix the dislocation.
Exactly.
You know, but also, do we understand the extent of our spiritual castration?
Sure.
Right? We are a people dispossessed of our land. Our history has been distorted.
Exactly.
Our development as a people has been aborted.
Exactly.
Right? So our when we address this crisis, we need to, firstly, as Brother Itu say, we need to look at it through binoculars of our African-centeredness.
Exactly.
Right? Because this problem is actually was about taking us out and wrenching us away from our African-centeredness, and making sure that what is appealing to us is the ways of the stranger.
Exactly.
Right? Now, the ways of the stranger have also found its way into our culture.
So true. Yeah.
Our culture. Now, a culture that is not calibrated within the loins of nature. You know, we are from the loins of nature.
Sure.
Now, when you listen to your atheist scholars like your Charles Darwin, they will talk about evolution through natural selection. You know, as if Brother Itu must do his own thing.
Sure.
Brother Itu must do his own thing. I must do my own thing. I must do my own thing.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is when you go to the animal kingdom, the chimpanzee is a collective. You know, the lions are a collective.
Exactly. Yeah.
So why are we exempt as African
Sure.
beings?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So whilst we want to also say, let us guard against religion,
Sure.
but let us also guard against your atheism and agnosticism and all those things, because all these things are things that are wrenching us away from our natural being.
Sure.
So it is important when you do the navigation that the GPS coordinates actually look, you know, at all angles.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
look at all angles. And I think again, going back to the album, you'll find it actually addresses that.
Exactly.
But most importantly, I would like to go back to Ma'ata.
Sure.
You know,
Exactly. We have the system. Yeah.
and to understand what power is.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
the invader understood what power was. You know, but for them to actually exercise their power, they needed to make sure that they disempower us.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So we come from an angle of talking to a people that has become comfortable in their disempowerment.
Exactly.
And our struggle has been reduced to the economic debate. You know, we have become, they say, no, but our oppression was a class struggle.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't want to talk about race. We don't talk
It
about
was a class struggle.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we are probably the only group that has been attacked the way we have been.
Yeah. No, that's true.
You know,
that's true.
when you go to Europe, the Republicans in Ireland and the Windsors or whoever, it was a class thing. They fought for land on the basis of class.
Yeah.
But to us, they understood land is not just land.
Yeah. Exactly.
It is a basis of our being. You know.
True.
You
Exactly.
know.
Without it, we cannot really be.
Peace and love.
So thank you so much for everyone who has contributed on the platform. We only have a short minute left, and I want to give that space to Kulafe to say a little bit about what is coming up next. And I think I know that there's also a project coming up with Sisters' Voices, because that might be one question out there. Why is it always about the brothers? Why do we use so many male voices? Why are we excluding women? Like, come on, what are you saying?
No, I'm not excluding the queens. There is a project coming up. It's called African Woman. But why do we focus on men? Just to touch on that for a split second, is even when you look at the ratio of the man to the African woman, you will see that we birth a lot of females than we do men. We can